Today I'm going to do my ghetto views volume 36. It's things that I've seen on the news, on the blogs, people have sent me, so here we go. The first thing that everybody's in they panties all up in a bunch about is Chris Brown being arrested over the weekend for allegedly punching someone in the face. Him and his bodyguard allegedly punched a 20-year-old victim in the face. Now, what I have to say about this whole incident, because there was two sides to this. The victim side was that he was trying to get in pictures with Chris Brown. Chris Brown was taking pictures with some females outside the hotel in front of the tour bus. And he was trying to, just jump into pictures. So Chris Brown had said some gay slurs to him and then said, "I feel like boxing," or whatever, and punched him in the face. Then the bodyguard punched him in the face. So Chris Brown's side was that the boy was trying to get on the tour bus, that he wasn't even right there. He was on the tour bus when it happened, and the security guard took care of it. Now, what I say about it is, it's a stupid ass situation. But I don't believe the victim story. Well, the victim story sounds a little suspect. I'm tired of people, every time they get into a fight, they want to say somebody said a gay slur to them, because they know that people are going to go after Chris Brown if he have said this. If he said it, it's wrong. But I just don't believe that he said it. I feel like Chris Brown, just people are going to come after you. And I'm so tired of people coming after him for the most bogus reasons. And I think people be trying to get to him any means necessary so they can fuck with him for the shit that he did to Rihanna. I really believe that. I really believe that he's never going to catch a break for the shit that he did to Rihanna. And it's stupid. People need to get over themselves. People need to get over this issue, because apparently they have. So stop going after him for this stupid stuff. People, stop going after him just because you guys want fame or some money or something out of this situation. Chris Brown, go do your music, sit your ass down. I don't know, because to me, like I said, I don't think he was in the wrong. But if it's a scuffle outside, run, because they're gonna say you did it. Anyway, after that, some fuckery. Let's go to the fuckery. Let's start with the Halloween costume shit this year. It's not even Halloween, and it's already fuckery of Halloween. Now, it was two different stories that caught my attention, or whatever, that I want to speak on. Now, the one with Julianne Hough, the girl from Dancing with the Stars, she went as Crazy Eyes from The Orange Is the New Black. If you have not checked that out, it's on Netflix. It's really good. Go check it out. Crazy Eyes is a black chick that people think she's crazy. I don't think she's crazy. I just think she act crazy so people won't fuck with her. But she a cool character, and Julianne Hough went as her, and she painted a black face, which I don't think, to me, it was a black face. It was kind of a little brownish or whatever, but it wasn't demeaning to me. I don't get into, I think racism exists because people keep bringing shit up to make it a racial issue. Now, she apologized to everybody that she offended and all that kind of stuff, but I don't think this costume was being malicious. She must like the show, and that must be her favorite character, and that's who she went as. I don't think she was trying to talk about the character or something like that. That's what I didn't get that from her. Now, this next story was really fuckery. Now, it was some people, I think they were in Florida, don't know, don't care, but it was real fuckery. They went as Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman, and the girl in the middle. I don't give a damn, don't know who she was, didn't care to find out. But they went as Trayvon, and it was a white guy, and he painted his face like tar black. Trayvon wasn't even that damn dark, so how stupid was he? He should have used the paint that Giuliani used. I don't know. But he had a hoodie on. He had a big ass red, like, blood stain in the front. And I felt like that was demeaning. That was really fucked up, because this boy was not a character. This boy wasn't like a TV star. This was a tragedy that happened, and that his parents are still going through. People are still trying to heal from the situation that happened with George Zimmerman even getting away with this type of shit. So I thought that them costumes were really demeaning and stupid. Really stupid on their part. And then they act like they didn't see nothing wrong with it. So if you haven't seen it, it was on Instagram. People were posting it, sharing it on Facebook, all that kind of stuff. So check that out. Some more fuckery was from the Texas mom that pulled her 6-year-old son scrotum off. I think she was from San Antonio or whatever. Black girl too. So don't think it's a whole all white people act crazy. Black people are just as fucked up and stupid. So anyway, I don't know what this little boy did. Don't give a fuck. He could have slapped his mama in the face, and I still don't think that he deserved the shit that he got. She pulled his scrotum. I guess it detached or something. It was off. And she tried to super glue it together, put him some drawers on, and stuff his drawers with tissue, and put him to bed. Bitch, I hope they slash your throat in jail. I don't think you need to do no time. I don't think you need to get that privilege to get a bed and some meals and nothing like that. Anybody that fuck with kids need to fucking die. Just automatic. I don't, You do stuff to kids and they're that innocent. Bitch, you don't even need to breathe the same air as normal human beings. So, yeah, fuck her up. Conrad Murphy is out of jail. Who cares? Don't pertains to me. He'd never be my doctor. Was never my doctor, so I really can give a fuck. Kim and Kanye is engaged. Don't care. She's been engaged to a lot of people, so it's not like, oh, Kim is engaged. No, don't care. She's gonna marry him, and then everybody know the rest of the story. If they make it, kudos to them. Whatever. Sierra and Future is engaged, and I'm kind of skeptical because I'm like, congratulations, but at the same time, I'm like, you guys are rushing this shit along. You guys haven't known each other that long. You guys haven't been dating that long. So are you doing it because your best friend is over here trying to do it, and you don't want to feel left out that everybody is getting pregnant and getting married? So my thing is, take your time. If you guys are engaged, congratulations, but take your time with the engagement and just get to know each other first. Last thing I want to talk about before I get into what I watched this week. Now, my family, if y'all watching this, y'all knew I was going to talk about this because I said I was, and I don't give a damn who it offends. Just saying. I went to my uncle's funeral this weekend. Now, if you follow me on Facebook, you know that my uncle passed. It's not my blood uncle. He is a guy that went, dated my aunt, and he's been my uncle all my life. All my life, 35 years, that's all I know is him. Is being my uncle. So, he passed away or whatever, so I went to California to go to the funeral. So, while I'm going to California, I get to call and say the funeral, because I'm calling like, y'all know what time the funeral is, where it's at, yada, yada, yada. So, I get the information that the funeral is at his sister's house. Yeah, his sister. Yeah, I said that. His sister's house. So, I was shocked on that one. But I'm okay with it because they said that he was, because I'm thinking like, damn, this some old school shit. Y'all gonna have the body in the living room. What kind of shit is this? Okay. But I was gonna prepare myself for that. But they say he got cremated. So we was like, okay, cool, we gonna go. We get to the funeral. It's in the backyard. Not a problem. It was set up nice. You know, everybody greet each other that ain't seen each other in a long time. It was cool. The only thing I had a problem with, because I wasn't prepared for, it was like a Jehovah's Witness kind of funeral. And no offense to no Jehovah's Witnesses, but I wasn't prepared for it because the last time I knew that, you know, Jehovah's Witnesses was coming by his house and speaking to him and stuff like that, him and my aunt. But most of our life, we Christians. We go to church, you know. He was in the choir and stuff like that. So, I was shocked. So, that wasn't, you know, I wasn't tripping about that it was Jehovah's Witness. It was a little different. But it wasn't that I was used to, but I got over that. The thing was, the guy that did the service, it was you know, we brown-skinned people, so you know it's kind of hood. You know, you see my name say the Ghetto View. You know my family kind of hood. Not all of them, but some of them. So, we get this old white guy to go to do over the funeral. This man was so uncomfortable. He messing up on words. He don't know who my uncle is. He's asking people how he was before the service started so he can get a kind of feel of him. My thing is, if you're going to do somebody's funeral, get some damn research. Then he had some other guy get up and read the obituary. The guy didn't know how to pronounce people's name. He didn't know. He was messing the obituary up. I'm like, are you serious? Or are you serious? Ghetto ass funeral. I'm just saying. Ghetto View, that was a ghetto ass funeral. I'm just saying. If you're going to do a funeral, people, do research on who's going to do the funeral and the people that are doing the funeral. Please get research on who body you're officiating, because that shit was bogus. And I think my uncle would have been very, very upset, because he's the type of person that wants to party. Every September, he throws a party for his birthday. He makes sure both sides of the family is there. His family, my auntie's family, and we party and we have fun. So to have a funeral where it was just sitting there and everybody's mourning, it was crazy. My family's the type of people, we celebrate life. Regardless if you just passed away, we're going to celebrate every memory, good memory that we had of you. Everybody's going to be laughing. There might be some crying or whatever, but it's tears of, you know, that we was like, damn, we missed that person, but that shit was bogus. So to his family, that shit was bogus. And yeah, but rest in peace to my uncle. Hey, whatever. Okay, anyway, shows that I watch this week that I don't do separate reviews on was Basketball Wives. I didn't do a damn season finale review. It's because it was bullshit. Only thing that I got out that season finale was Tasha needed like 4 more girls to help her confront the crazy chick. I don't think she was crazy. I just think that they edited so bad that we didn't get to see what she was saying. But my thing is, Tasha, if your husband is a celebrity basketball player, why did he just follow some random chick back? Because he was trying to see what she was about. Because celebrities don't just follow people back that they're not trying to get to know, have a relationship, whether it's business, personal, whatever. They don't usually follow him back like that. So for him to keep DMing her back, you need to check your husband, boo, not the girl. And then y'all all trying to make her seem crazy because y'all don't want secrets to come out. That shit was bogus. I think they just used that to give Tasha some kind of story. The fight with Kenya seemed like she beat that ass, and as she needed to. Because first of all, Susie shouldn't have been at her house. Susie shouldn't have been at her show. As much as she discussed that she did not like Kenya, she shouldn't have been there. Tammy, you was wrong for that's supposed to be your friend. You pumped Susie up to get her ass beat, and then pointed it out in front of everybody like, girl, you got your ass beat. I was like, oh, did she just say she got her ass beat? I mean, I was laughing because I was just like, that is fucked up. Like, y'all pumped this girl up to fight and made her get her ass beat. I heard it's not going to be a reunion show because Evelyn doesn't want to face Tammy, and she doesn't want to face Tasha because she said secrets is going to come out or something. She don't want to talk about Chad, whatever. My thing was, y'all season was boring anyway. Y'all just needed, VH1 just needed a time slot before Love and Hip Hop came back on, because nobody really cared about y'all anyway. I'm just saying. Son of Anarchy was great this episode. I like how Gemma got arrested. I thought it was well deserved. Mike B didn't appreciate the way she did, but I thought it was funny because I felt like she do so much, and that was the only way that she can get this girl back. Hey, and my thing is that I think that was the only way. Besides, either it was she get killed or she go to jail or something. But Gemma needed that. I'm sorry. You do what you gotta do to protect your kids, and that was the only way I think she was gonna be able to protect her kids from Gemma. American Horror Story Coven, that shit is awesome. I have started watching Bondi Blue, check her out, reviews, and Much Love from KY. I started watching their reviews, so I'm like, damn, I feel lost, because this show, the way they was, reviewing it, was like, damn, this show seemed good. So I even started watching the season 1 so I can start seeing, what the show is about. Amazing, scary shit, but amazing show. It was really good. Pretty Little Liars, I watched that, and I watched the Halloween special. I'm still mad because I don't think Ezra is the person. I think they trying to make it seem like Ezra is the person, but I don't think it was the person. I would beat Allison ass after she had made me chase all over the world for like 3 to 4 fucking seasons, and bitch, you alive. No, I would have beat her ass. I'm just saying. Anything else I watched? I watched Project Runway All Stars. That was good. Master Chef was good. Stuff like that. I watch, a lot of reality shows. So, hey, check them out. And if you guys want me to talk about one, I will. If it's a good show, I will do a single review on it. But if it's not, I would just talk about it in my ghetto views, because it ain't gonna happen. I'm just saying. I want to do a couple of shout outs. I want y'all to make sure y'all check out Ashley Miller 1987. Please check her out. Her channel is awesome. She keeps it so damn real. She don't sugarcoat shit. So Please check out. Oh, before I finish, I watched K Michelle on the Scorpion show. And a lot of people was like, oh, I'm so glad she read the shit out of Tamar. I'm so glad she read the shit out of Tamar. My thing is both of them need to grow up. She read and said things that a lot of people said about Tamar. But also, it was like, you still acting childish. You still, regardless of you saying, oh, she comes at me first and I just finish it. Sometimes you could just shut the fuck up and not say anything. So, that's what I got out of that. Stick to your music. She coming out with a reality show. She's doing a tour, and then after that, she's doing another tour. So if y'all like K Michelle, go support her. I'm not gonna knock her on that because, like I said, the bitch could sing. She could sing. But my thing is all this cattiness going back and forth, and if she come at me, I'm gonna come back at her. Y'all too grown for that shit. Let it go. So like I said, check out Ashley Miller 1987. Also check out Samore Love. Samore Love. She has a cool channel. Check her out. Mike B 801, love you. Check him out. Scotty, Mr. Still Standing. He hasn't been doing some reviews, but still check his videos out anyway. The old ones. Check him out. Watch him. Subscribe to him. All that good stuff. Check out Bondi Blue. She do great reviews. Much love from KY. Also do the American Horror Story and stuff like that. So check her out. She do Scandal and they be so awesome. So check her out. Check me out. Share my videos. Watch me. Like it. All that good stuff. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Keep. Well, I don't really do Keep no more. So Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I do everything by the Ghetto View. THA, not THE. So talk to me and I'll talk back. Alright, peace.